Okay guys, so today we're looking at electrolytes. Now, we need to know what they are, why we need them for a keto diet. Stay tuned. Now guys, you've probably been on a keto diet for a while and you're probably moaning to yourself, why do I feel tired? Why do I feel lethargic? Why do I feel cramps? Why do I feel hard to sleep? Well, a lot of these reasons stem from not having enough of your electrolytes. Now, electrolytes are just simply fancy ways of talking about minerals, metals, but we need for our body. Now, we're going to take a look to see 5 main electrolytes that you can add and increase on your diet. So, yes, you should understand that taking a supplement is a fantastic idea. If you take a supplement, you'll be able to alleviate or remove all of the symptoms. Why? Because when you start, especially start a keto diet, you are looking at saying, okay, guys, I understand I'm going to lose a lot of my electrolytes through urination. So you will go to the bathroom frequently. That will then empty out your electrolytes, and that's why you need to replenish them. So you can still take a tablet ongoing. And I advocate, if you go to my keto meals, you'll see they always include a multivitamin mineral tablet, an electrolyte tablet, a vitamin C tablet, and usually a gummy that can include biotin and calcium and a few other ingredients. But also you can get ones that include MCT oils that help to create ketones. Now, these are essential because you need precursors to make them, and then they make the main precursor, and then which is called acetone acetate, and that then makes beta hydroxybutyrate and acetone, the other 2 ketones. So guys, that's very important to understand why you have supplements. It helps to be conducive and then branch out and do all those chemical parts of your metabolism that you need to do. So just imagine in this kind of context, if you're driving a car and you don't add any coolant, what happens? Simple, really, isn't it? So we understand no coolant, that's going to be overheating and it's probably going to damage the engine. You don't want to damage your engine. So the main idea there is we must have electrolytes, and let's understand why. Let's look at the 5 so you can make sure the supplements that you get or the food that you eat has them in it. Okay, guys, so here we go. Okay, so number 1 is one that you've probably quite familiar with. It's sodium, and then we have the iron form there, or when it's usually in aqueous form, when it's floating around as an ion. This is sodium, or Na. Now, this is a very, very important electrolyte. Many people hear the arguments for salt and so on. You can go and look at another video of mine for salt, why it's so important. Rest assured that it is extremely important and you will die without it. Why is it important? It's extremely important for a keto diet. It's lost really quickly when insulin drops in your urine. It prevents headaches, dizziness, keto flu. You have to understand that why you are aching. It's very simple. Headaches, dizziness, and keto flu, you want to get rid of. You don't want to experience it. And that's why you are. A lack of sodium. Sodium or sodium chloride is what the form that you usually take in your sodium is obviously table salt. The best way to take it is obviously to have a bit more salt, added to your food, or, for flavor. Or at the same time, some people advocate putting a bit of salt into water. Now, I advocate going and buying a supplement. Why do I advocate a supplement? Because they have put it so it releases properly and it is going to be the right amount for a daily dose. So you don't want to have too much salt. So you have to make sure you stay between the NHS's range, 6 grams, and if you're an athlete, maybe 8 or 9 grams, because you sweat a lot. So if you're a person who profusely sweats, you'll need more salt. So sodium is very important, and if you look at my other videos, it goes into all the details about how it creates your whole functioning of your memory and your brain cells. Now, sodium, salt, extremely important. Salt is sodium and chloride. Now you know you don't have to fear salt. Moving on, number 2, we have potassium. There it is, the symbol for potassium. That's in it obviously as an ion. So potassium, as you can see there, is very similar in that way to sodium. You can get potassium in a lot of senses, but you can see here as well, you have bananas, but you can't eat them on keto. So that's a normal diet. You can get potassium, but tons of sugar, up to 20 grams of carb in bananas. Now, when you're on a keto diet, where can you find it safely for your keto diet? Supplements, avocados, spinach. These are three great ways to get your potassium. Now, I personally eat green leafy vegetables a lot as well. And at the same time, I generally frequently have avocado and I take an electrolyte supplement. So I guarantee I have sodium and potassium for a healthy keto diet. Now, what does it do? Well, it supports muscle and heart functions and it rebalances action potentials. And now action potentials are basically your thought. So when you fire, how your brain and your neurons link together, they fire a charge that is how you're thinking, how you make decisions. And they rebalance that. So they basically rush out to bring it back to its negativity before you fire its positivity. And how do you fire it? Sodium. So sodium is the iron you need for your action potentials, and potassium rebalances. It's so important to prevent headaches or keto flu because you can use sodium and potassium to make sure you're thinking fantastically well and no problems. If you don't have it, cramps, weakness, fogginess, you're going to have these issues on the diet. And that's why you need potassium. Okay, guys, now moving on to number 3, magnesium. There you go. There's the magnesium symbol, and it actually helps you to regulate your electrolytes. It helps recover and reduce soreness and cramping in your muscles. This isn't just good for your keto. If you're doing building muscle mass, it will help that as well. So have the correct food and you'll have lovely big toned muscles as well as a fantastic no keto flu ketogenic diet. Okay, guys. So remember, magnesium helps prevent cramps, fatigue, poor sleep. Okay, guys, so that's magnesium. Now, going on to number 4, calcium. Calcium is frequently left out, and people focus on the first 3 usually, but calcium is really important as well. So why is it important? So calcium, there it is, Ca2 plus. Again, we understand calcium is vital as an electrolyte. It does protect bones, it supports your heart, keeps muscles strong, and aids hydration. So it's essential to have calcium for a good, successful keto diet. Now, it prevents weak and brittle bones. There's no point in having a diet where you don't conducively look after your bones. Muscle cramps, there you go. If you have any problems with cramps, plus it and it will help prevent cramps. And heart arrhythmias. So if you're having any issues or palpitations, make sure you've got enough calcium. Your electrolytes are really important, guys. So calcium is often left out. Don't leave it out. Make sure you have a supplement, or make sure you have some eggs. Make sure you go for seeds, healthy seeds such as pumpkin seeds and chia. Go for leafy green salads. These leafy green vegetables are going to be providing calcium. Dark chocolate. You're going to be able to choose certain foods that help promote calcium. Obviously, eating bones in your sardines. If you go like sardines, I personally like sardines in tomato sauce. I don't like them in anything else. If you eat your tin of sardines, you're getting maybe 40% or more of your daily allowance. Plus, I advocate taking a supplement. It will give you usually about 25% to 50% of your daily allowance, or specific calcium tablets that will give you 100%. You can also go and understand your electrolytes will give you these as well. So when you go into your electrolyte supplement, you'll get calcium as well. Okay, guys, number 5. Now, this one is not often talked about. Again, we're dealing with this time a non-metal and chlorine. So we understand that chlorine now, we're looking at now a non-metal, and this electrolyte is famous for supporting digestion. It boosts metabolism, helps pH levels. Now, chlorine is obviously, easy to get as well if you have table salt, because you're having sodium chloride. You not only get it from salt, you get it from your processed meats like bacon and ham, and at the same time you can get it from seaweed if you're not going to take it from salt or table salt, sodium chloride. So these are the ways you get it into your system. And you're sitting there saying, well, what's with the chlorine? Yeah, well, it helps prevent dehydration, digestive problems, and electrolyte imbalance. Did you know that you have your stomach acid because you use chlorine? So that chlorine you're taking from your sodium chloride table salt is being formed into HCl, hydrochloric acid. And when people tell you you don't need salt or back down on your salt, have a look first at the allowance per day, 6 grams. Then look at someone who sweats a lot or does a lot of activity, 8 or 9 grams. So you have to understand that you can say, well, I'm on a keto diet. I need a lot of salt. Thank you very much. Now, you don't only get the number one sodium electrolyte for your brain thought and muscle and your electrical impulses, or that gets shot through your nervous system for your central and peripheral nervous system, but you also get chlorine to make hydrochloric acid in your stomach. And there are a whole range of functions that it helps with. So don't forget, guys, salt is really important because you're getting sodium and chlorine. Okay, guys, so now we can understand clearly why it's so important to have electrolytes on a keto diet. You have some idea now to say, hey, I know why I need a supplement, or hey, I'm going to focus on these foods for that specific electrolyte. So guys, we know electrolytes are 100% essential and good for your healthy ketogenic diet. Okay guys, so if you have any questions, please pop them down there in the comments. I'll try my best to answer. And guys, please thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.